A saint visited a town for some days. During his stay, Saint would pray silently sitting under a tree. People got to know about him and would come to visit him to ask solution for their problems. In that town, there was a very wealthy merchant. After observing Saint for a few days, was deeply touched by Saint's devotion and sincerity. One day, wealthy man went to Saint and offered him a bag of gold. And said, "I know you will use this money for good of other. Please accept it." Saint replied, "Please wait a moment. I am not sure if it would be right for me to take your money." Saint questioned, "Are you wealthy? Do you have more money at home?" Merchant proudly replied, "Yes. I have thousands of more gold coins at home." Saint again questioned, "Do you want thousands of more gold coins?" Merchant replied, "Why not? I work hard every day to earn more money." Saint questioned, "Do you wish thousands more gold pieces, and more beyond that?" Merchant replied, "Certainly. Every day I pray, I may earn more and more money." Saint pushed back the bag of gold to merchant, and said, "I am sorry, but I cannot take your money." Merchant was surprised. He asked, "But why?" Saint replied, "A wealthy man cannot take money from a beggar." Wealthy man felt offended, and spluttered, "How can you call me a beggar, and call yourself a wealthy man?" Saint smiled and replied, "I am wealthy because, I am content with whatever I have. And you are a beggar, because no matter how much you possess, still you are always dissatisfied and begging for more." As you can see, no experience will make us happy. Even if you were to achieve the ultimate experience, you might still say that the experience you crave for wouldn't last long because you'd get tired of it and want something new. How many people have fulfilled a lifelong dream of finding a companion just to split up 2 years or 20 years later? Eventually, even the most ideal thing we can envision will not be able to satisfy us. We project our desire for happiness onto objects, and for as long as that object or that person seems to fulfill us, we say, "I love that object or that person." However, as soon as the object or that person ceases to fulfill us, we say, "I dislike them." No objective experience can provide us with the lasting peace and happiness. We must at some point see that fact in the face. Clearly, no objective experience, no marvelous relationship, no wonderful teacher, and no particular state of mind, no condition of the body, no state of health, no state of wealth, none of these can make us happy. We must, at some point, understand that none of these will bring us happiness. Because, as long as that searching for happiness in the objects remains, our desire for happiness is invested in being able to replace one experience with another. However, once it becomes abundantly clear to us that no experience will bring us the happiness we craved for, our desire to switch from one experience to another starts to lessen. We still have desires, such as, wanting to see a friend, or go to the movies, but they are no longer driven by the need to find happiness. Instead, they are driven by a sense of completion and a sense of peace. There is nothing missing from where we are now that would prohibit us from experiencing complete happiness right now, and the same is true of every instant, and each situation. You can still desire for relationships and activities, and enjoy in activities and interactions, but rather, as a way to express, share, and celebrate your happiness, not as a source of happiness. Happiness means, I feel complete, full, I don't need anything to fulfill me, or fill me up. To move through the world from that point of view, and live accordingly is the only way to find lasting peace and happiness.